Hello and welcome to Advertisers Watching Ads. My name is Tom Ollerton. I'm the founder of Automated Creative, and this is a weekly show where brands watch other brands' ads and discuss what's good and bad about them. We are brought to you as ever by Contagious.com, who have helped choose the ad this week. So please go and check those guys out after the show. But before we get to this week's ad, let's meet this week's guests.
I am Emer McCarthy. I'm head of brand for Paddy Power.
Hi, I'm Scheila. I'm Global Media Director for Sanofi Consumer Brands.
Hi, I'm Chevalier, and I'm digital marketer at Johnson & Johnson Consumer Brands for Asia Pacific.
Hi, I'm Bhurji, and I'm the marketing director here at Sky.
What a panel. Can you believe it? What a lucky audience we are today. And let's see this week's crazy ad.
Every summer, Lay's releases a new series of flavors. As a part of its 2021 flavor launch, Lay's wanted to connect the 200 million young Chinese consumers who had moved cities with the taste of home. So, it crafted 6 unique flavors, each inspired by China's different provinces. Tapping into the insight that food can instantly trigger memories, Lay's set out to deliver the taste of home via Douyin's first ever immersive short video documentary series, Find Your Flavor, which was also the platform's first ever co-created content with a brand. In the series, each episode saw one of China's top KOLs journeying home in search of the unvarnished flavors of their region, which uncoincidentally were one of the 6 new limited edition Lay's flavors, while sharing their path to success. On these gastronomic trips, the KOLs were joined by celebrity cameos who fondly recalled their personal anecdotes of local flavors, before inviting viewers to take part in the Lay's Douyin Challenge, Find Your Flavor, where fans were asked to share their favorite hometown dishes and life ambitions. To promote the challenge, Lay's partnered with hundreds of KOCs who crafted content while on the hunt to find their flavor. Lay's Find Your Flavor Douyin series was not only an industry first, but also wildly loved across China, with a whopping 4 billion views, which inspired over 600,000 incredible UGC videos via Lay's Douyin Challenge. As a result, despite never having been featured on Douyin's brand voice chart, Lay's rose to the 2nd place immediately following the series launch. By transforming regional cuisine into a celebration of one's heritage and ambitions, Lay's Find Your Flavor drove a 3.8 times increase in sales, while increasing top-of-mind brand awareness by 6 points.
Sonny, what's going on? How did that actually play out for the audience?
They have created a truly organic advocacy campaign, really utilizing that insight in regards to the 200 million people who move away from their hometowns, and have created social currency by talking about the flavors from their hometowns they love, and then wrapping that into these limited edition flavors. And I think what they've done as well is looked at really the target consumers, these young people who are moving away, maybe going to university or moving for work, and actually using a platform. I think it was their first co-created platform with TikTok. And it's obviously done really well. They've got huge uplifts in sales, good brand recognition. So overall, a really great advocacy campaign.
A really strong campaign. But my God, there was work gone into that. I can see the hours that went in on the agency side. I can see the hours that went in on the client side. Lay's initiated something from scratch, an activation from scratch based on an insight around tastes from home. And that's hard. It's very hard to initiate an activation from scratch rather than jumping on one that already exists.
My first reaction when I saw the ad was like, wow, just impressive scale, impressive numbers. I mean, it's kind of every marketer's dream, right? An impact on sales, an impact on brand equity. I think it's just a great example of a Western brand that have localized their strategy for the Chinese market. I mean, as marketers, maybe we underestimate sometimes the learnings that we can get from China, because they have such a different digital and media ecosystem that we might think that it's not replicable for our Western cultures. There's so much we can learn from them, and they are building new competencies every day and at such a fast pace.
Wow, they really nailed a very good promotional campaign model. It's like the amount of awareness that you get, the interest, the opportunity to really embed the brand into a different culture in a very relevant way. I really think they nailed a template with this, like that can be exported. As they export this model, they can always make sure that they reflect local nuances, being the media that they choose or like other consumer insight, more related to the passions in other markets, etc. But for me, I was really impressed by the format and the model. Really, really like it.
I also see that they really connected with values that are deeply rooted in the Chinese culture, which is to celebrate the heritage, but also to celebrate like the ambition in life of those young people, like moving to different cities, probably to get jobs, etc. So it really resonates.
Does anyone have a view on the paid media element of this? I mean, they said they had 4 billion views. How much of these crazy numbers do you think are from the kind of groundswell of the 600,000 UGC moments, or how much of that was just the fact that they carpet bombed TikTok probably incessantly?
I'd be quite skeptical. And I guess 600 UGC videos is some amount of reach, right? 600,000. But I would question even the quality of that reach. What constitutes that 600,000? Is it just simply a hashtag? And if that's the case, then what quality of engagement are we getting from that? So I guess that would be my challenge to this. And also I'd like to see how traditional media could have potentially scaled this up on maybe, I felt like it existed within a digital world and didn't become something more real and more of a water cooler moment rather than a TikTok moment. And I would have liked to see how traditional media could have scaled up and even elongated the campaign into something kind of more than just a short-lived stunt activation.
And Chloe, I'm interested to get your pure innovation perspective. What builds would you have liked to see in here? You made a great point about traditional media and extending it beyond TikTok, but as a innovation person, what would you have liked to see done differently here?
I feel like they could take it even to the next level in terms of co-creation, and maybe they should have just asked to their consumers, so what is the next flavor? So allow a bit of crowdsourcing and getting the consumers to really create with them. And
how about you, Scheila? What would be your builds on this idea?
One element that I would bring, if was not COVID times, I would definitely bring up some outdoor media and some get it out. But I would really the Asia environment for outdoor media is so dynamic. But I guess because the timing was 2021, right? So maybe it was COVID times, they didn't obviously, I would not sign off for outdoor if I was the marketing person, of course. I think in terms of platforms, in terms of TikTok, they chose quite well because it's quite, that you really get very high consumption there. I would say they chose well, really.
So, Sonny, I'm keen to know what can your team and what can the industry learn from this execution?
Number one is the kind of clarity of message and just staying true. So although I don't necessarily disagree, I do sometimes think certain campaigns can live in just one world. I think the other stuff would be to not be afraid of the unknown, because, there was an opportunity here where, different areas of China, was there enough of a difference in flavors of food to be able to actually make, 6+ flavors? And there was probably an element of is this going to work? And actually, you just need to be brave sometimes and give it a go. And actually, if it didn't work, then the bonus is it was only on TikTok and you could take it down. And if it did work, then, you've got an opportunity to think about year 2. So
unfortunately, guys, we are at the end of the recording now. So what I'd like you to do is give this campaign a vote. 1, 2, 3. A 3, a 4, a 4, and a 4. That's a decent score for the Lay's guys in China. So thank you so much for joining us this week. What a fantastic panel. And we will see you all next week.